Uruguay is playing Brazil. Yeah, me neither. Alright. Illumineer's Quest Deep Trouble. Alright, let's get this set up and then get to beating Ursula. Okay, so this is your basic setup. You're definitely going to need this play mat. And then this will keep track of everything Ursula has to use. So this right here is her scenario deck. This is her card. The oversized card, really you don't need it there, but it looks cool. So we're gonna put that there because that's where that goes. These again are the battlegrounds. And again, if you remember, these actually show you the difficulty and they work like menus. So you pay with lore to use whatever is on there. So if you see right there, if you pay 1 lore, you deal 1 damage to chosen character. You can pay 2 lore to ready chosen character, so on and so forth. So this right here is the hard version. And the back is the extreme, see right there. And then in the other battleground, this is the easy mode, and this is the normal mode. Now, you're just gonna keep these here. That way, whenever you need them, if you use them, then you just have them close by. But this is your basic setup. So we'll get started. But first, we're gonna have Ursula go first, just so we can show you how the initial setup goes. So her deck is already shuffled. And then we'll get it set up on our phone. That way we can keep track as we play. So this right here is how it's going to look like on the app. Now that number up there where it says 3, that's how many she's going to choose to begin with. And this is hard mode. So she starts off with 3. And since I'm playing with Buzz today, that's going to be his lore counter on the left. My lore counter is on the right, and her lore counter is up there. The whole point of the game is to get 20. I get 20, Buzz gets 20, we win. But if she gets to 40 first, then she wins. We haven't beaten her yet. At least, not yet, but it's you know, that's how hard it is. She's supposed to get 40, we're just supposed to get 20. Now we're going to keep this here. That way we can keep track of it. And then we'll come back to it whenever we get our lore or she gets her lore. So since she starts off with 3, we're going to put 1 in her hand, 2, and 3. Now the first one, notice how it says 0? She gets to play that one for free. So that one immediately goes there. There's no effect. Triton's Daughters, so that's good. Next one is going to be 0 again, which kind of sucks because that effect is an item card. And this one says opposing players can't use battleground abilities. So even if we wanted to, we can't use these until we get rid of that item. All right. And then it also says at the start of your turn, banish this item to gain 3 lore. So unless we banish it, she's going to get 3 lore no matter what on the next turn. And then lastly, notice how it says 4. She has no ink, so immediately this one gets inked in her inkwell. Every time she does not have enough to play it, it will become ink. And she will rack up ink fast. That's the basic setup. Now, it's my turn and Buzz's turn. So now that you kind of see how it works here for now, we're going to get started and set up our board. That way you can see how we play versus her. All right, so it's our turn. We're going to keep this here. That way we can follow along with how much more we have. So we're going to start off with our 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just like regular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Me too. I'm getting rid of 5.
I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Then I'm gonna shuffle this. That way, whatever I put back gets shuffled back into my deck. Alright. And again, Buzz and myself are playing together versus her. So I don't mind if he sees what I have, because we're actually trying to help each other here. So here, I have this, and now, so she went, it's our turn, so we pick a card, we each pick a card, and I'm going to ink this one immediately, which is the Rapunzel. I'm going to exert, and I'm going to play Kita. That's my turn.
I'm gonna ink Beast and exert. Play Captain Hook, and that's my turn.
Okay. Alright, now we're back to Ursula. It's her turn. And since she still has 3 on there, she gets 3 cards. So I'm gonna put this here. 1, 2, 3. Now the first one is Gaston. He has a total of 2, and she only has 1 in the inkwell. It immediately gets inked. So now she has 2. Second one is Triton's Daughters. So this one gets played no matter what. And third, she has Magic of the Spell. And that one is 3. She doesn't have enough, so it gets inked as well. So now she has 3 in her inkwell. Since this one was just played, this one doesn't quest out, but these immediately do. So since this one is the item that gets banished, she gets 3 lore, plus this one quests out. They're always going to quest, no matter what. They always quest. So she gets 4. 3, 1, 2, 3 from the item that we just banished. And from this one that was played before, 1. So she has 4 now. Whenever she gets to 10, every time she gets to 10, she gets to pick 1 more card. So that's how that works. And that's pretty much how Ursula works each time. So next time, this card will be able to quest out, so on and so forth. But now, we're just gonna play the game. That way you can see what we do and try to beat her. All right. Now from here on out, we're just gonna see how we go. That way we can try to beat her and, hopefully get to 20 each of us before she gets to her 40. So I'm gonna ready back my ink, move this here. I'm going to pick a card since it's our turn. I'm going to ink Enchantress. Exert 2, 1, 2, to play Zazu and Pegasus. I'm going to quest for 1. If you notice, quest here.
Okay, then I'm going to draw a card for my turn. Already everything. I'll egg another beast. I'll exert 2 to play DeVille Manor and Simba. And I'm going to quest for 1.
Nice. So now we're 1 and 1, and she has 4. Now everything is going to be readied on her end. Go back to her, and she still picks 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 from her. And this is what she's going to do. She has 3 ink. So the first one is going to be Shark. She does not have enough for 5, so this one's going to be ink. Now she has 4 ink. This one's going to be Crushing Wave, and that's 4. She just got enough for it. And it's an action. Deal 2 damage to each opposing character. A bummer. Basically wiped my board.
Me too.
So once she uses it up, it does not become ink, it's now discarded. So it's gonna go here in the discard. So I'm gonna discard these cards. And her last one is Magic of the Spell. And doesn't have an effect, but it sucks because she has 2 lore. So now I'll put it here. And with the previous Triton Daughter, she quests out to receive a total of 1, 2 more. Back to us. So I'm gonna pick a card.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I automatically get 1. Can you add 1 more?
Oh yes. So you get 1. I'm going to ink Radigan, exert 3, and play Diablo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So this one is evasive, and every time the opponent chooses a card, I choose a card.
I'm gonna ink Ray. And I will exert 3 to play Kristoff, request for 2. And that is my turn.
Okay. Oh, and then I have to clarify, every time it's exerted, so like quests or anything, then yeah, I can choose a card. But not yet. Alright, so now back to Ursula. I'm gonna ready her stuff. We got 1, 2, 3 for her. Now the first one that she has is the Hexwell Crown, which is an item, and this one she gets to just draw a card every time. So it's an additional card essentially. Put this one here. And this one is Anna. And this one is evasive, but since it's 6 and she doesn't have enough, it becomes ink. And lastly, Riptide. This one's 6, she doesn't have enough. And banish all opposing characters, items, and locations with cost of 2 or less. Sounds a pretty heavy one that she does not get to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has in her Inkwell now. And she will quest out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Giving her a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 lore, and now she gets to get 4 cards next time. Plus that stupid item where she gets an additional 5th card. So now you see why she needs to get to 40 and we only need to get to 20. So now I'm going to immediately quest for 1.
I'm gonna add 1 for my location.
Add 1 for the location. I'm going to get a card. This is my turn. I'm going to ink Ray. Exert 1, 2, 3 to play Marvelous Trap, and it's an item. So I get to banish this item, and each opponent loses 2 lore. So I'm going to get rid of this and give her -2, so she now has 8.
I'm going to exert all 3 to play another DeVille Manor and Huntsman, who quests for 2, and then I will quest for 2 with Kristoff. And for now, I'm not going to ink anything. That is my turn.
Okay. So now she gets to pick 4 cards plus the other one. So we're gonna ready her out. And this item automatically gets used, so she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. But guess what? Since this one's exerted, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Cool. That'll be useful for later. And now, let's see what she gets. This one is Ursula's contract, so we can't use Battlegrounds. And then when the start of the next turn, she banishes that one to get 3. This one is Train's Daughters, so that one gets played no matter what. Next one is Ursula's Stolen Trident, which is gain 1 lore. That's another item that's really annoying. Then we have Bruno Madrigal, which is really annoying because this one says, when you play this character, each opposing player puts the top 3 cards of their deck into their discard. So that means whatever the top 3 we have immediately gets discarded, and they get to be used for the 1 lore. So let's see what we lost. Cheshire Cat, Cusco's Palace, and Strike a Good Match, which is pretty much a draw too.
I lost Captain Hook, another Huntsman, and Daisy Duck.
Alright, and our last one is Capsize. And that one says, if you have 6 or less ink, put the top 3 cards of your deck into your inkwell facing down. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exactly. So whatever the top 3 of her deck is, 1, 2, 3, immediately go into the inkwell. So let's see. Ursula's Contract. So that's already 6 lore she doesn't get to use, but I'd rather she have it as ink than lore. So now she has a total of 9 ink, which is the reason why this is hard. And she's got a quest. So she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she gets 1 more card for the next one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So she has 12 total, and then these will be used for the next one. So she picked 5 cards. I picked 5 cards, and
It's her turn. Or is it our turn?
it's our turn now. So now we get our card. Alright. Everything. I'm going
Do I
to.
get 2?
Oh yeah, you get 2
My
for
2 locations.
1, 2. So you're at 7. I'm at 2. And I'm going to ink my Diablo again. So I have 3 now. I'm going to. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to ink Wendy Darling and exert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play Enchantress, and Stitch.
Okay. Exert 3 for now. Still not going to ink anything. But I will play Benja. And I will quest for 4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then now I'll just ink 1 red again. And that is my turn.
Nice. So now Buzz is at 11. I'm at 3. She's at 12. And she picks 4 cards. Plus the 5th one because of her item. So she gets 5 cards. But I get 5 cards as well. So she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put this here while I get mine as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is why Diablo is like a $50 card right now. Cool. So now, put that aside. And then she has... At this point, she pretty much has enough to use everything. Which is kind of scary. So everything can be played now.
So now it's a race to the finish.
Yeah. So now it's number 4. She has Hercules, which is a bodyguard. And this character enters the play exerted. So he comes in exerted. Alright. Then there's 1 for Prince Eric. So this one gets played as well. Her next one is Lash Out, which is 2. Each opposing player chooses and banishes one of their characters. So this is an action, so once it gets used, we put it into the discard. I'm going to get rid of one of my Stitch, because he's only 1 lower. And you have to get rid of one of your characters too.
Get rid of one of my characters. I'll get rid of the Huntsman. Because he's just a 1/1.
Okay. She still has 2 more cards, so the next one is Triton's Daughters, which is good because it's just 1 and no effect. So we'll put it here. And then Lash Out, which is each opposing character chooses and banishes one of their characters. Or each opposing player chooses and banishes one of their characters. So that's the last action. And I guess one of my enchantresses is really not much I can do there.
And I'll get rid of Benja.
So next is our turn, but first she quests for 1, 2, 3, 4. She gets 1 more card after. 5. And she gains another extra lore, so she has 13 now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3 because we need to banish this one from the last time. 1, 2, 3. She's already at 23. This is hard mode. We haven't gotten to the stream yet. Alright. So it's our turn now.
Okay.
So now we get a card.
2 more for me for my location.
2 more. Alright, I immediately quest for 3. So I get 1, 2, 3. I'm at 6 now. And then I will ink Joshua Sweet because he's pretty expensive and I have cheaper stuff with the same amount of lore. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to play you know what? I'm going to do 6 to play Mad Hatter and Pegasus. And that's my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna exert 4 to play Radigan. Quest for 2. That's my turn. My plan is to get to 20 as soon as possible, then I can start attacking.
Yeah.
Removing some while you catch up.
Yeah.
But that's my turn.
Here in a bit, since I have a lot of cards in my hand, I'll start to be able to press more at a time. But this is going to help me out a lot because she has 4 plus the 1, so she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I also get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, let's see. Wow, I still don't have another piano. Let's keep in the deck somewhere. So here it is. Get some first, and when you play this character, deal 1 damage to each opposing character, which really sucks. So we're gonna ready up our stuff. Keep it over there. Move everything right here.
So we all take 1 damage.
Yeah, everybody takes damage. So my Pegasus is gone.
Okay.
And
Radigan is gone.
my Enchantress is gone. Oh my god. here and one on Mad Hatter. Okay, so Jetsam gets played. Now her second one is Mad Hatter. He doesn't have anything. He's just playable. Then there's Tentacle Swipe, which means deal 1 damage to each opposing character. Then put this card into your inkwell face down. So this gets inked for her. So now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in her inkwell. And it was a good run, but so long to my Diablo. And now my Mad Hatter becomes 2. Cool. And now she has Prince Eric, which is okay because he's just a bodyguard. And finally, Choppy Waters, which says deal 2 damage to the highest cost character each opposing player has in play. So since I only have 1 character in play, that's my highest cost.
Me too.
This one becomes discarded. I lose this one, but the effect on this one is choose a card. Once this one gets banished, you get challenge. So I get this one. Oh, cool! And look what we have there.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
Because of my Diablos, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, cool. So now I get to.
Is it our turn?
Yeah.
Ready?
So this is the one that I drew. So this is what I'll do. Immediately I'll use it. I'll exert 3. Play Diablo. Because we definitely need that one. And then I'll ink one of my Mickey Mouse to have 4. And I will exert these 4 to play do Strike a Good Match and the Cheshire Cat. So this one gives me 2 more cards, so I get to draw 1, 2, and hopes for another card, so I'll get rid of this one. And I get to discard 1, so I'm going to discard another Mickey Mouse. This one. Alright. My turn for now.
You have 2 for my locations.
So you have 17 now, and I have 6.
And then ink Shia LaBeouf. So they're all 5.
Oh yeah, we forgot to give her Lord as well. So I'm gonna count that up. You do yours.
Well, I was just gonna do Bell. Whenever this character is challenged, the challenging character player discards all cards in their hand. But she quests for 3, so that should be at 20, hopefully next turn.
Okay, and now she gets 11 from the last one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now she's at 34. And she gets to pick 5 cards. 6 technically because of her item, but we pretty much have to win here or else. And now she pretty much already won. Dang it. But this is how you play. Womp womp. Alright, well, we're going to keep playing her, and eventually we'll win. And once we win, we'll come back and hopefully finally open this, because we're trying to be good here. We really are. But it's pretty difficult. So that's how you play versus Ursula with 2 players. And you notice how she got so much ink really, really fast. Plus, her cards are ridiculously powerful. So if you have a deck that can attack it, that's great. But the key also is to make sure you have a ton of lore. definitely didn't have my Diablos towards the top because I picked that second Diablo very, very late. And I still haven't seen my third Diablo. I only have 3, so it's all I can use. But she definitely beat us. She wiped the floor with us, but it's okay. Buzz was close. I definitely needed more help.
Let's go again.
So we're going to keep playing this. And then we'll come back once we're about to win.